Hey, what's up guys? We got all of our corn sprayed and all of our nitrogen is on. So the corn is pretty much set aside until harvest season, and the crew was here a bunch working on the grain system. So just wanted to do a little quick tour and update on that. First thing we have here is some sections of the elevator legs. There's some sections there, and then some sections there, and some sections on the back side of the bin pad. They bolted all of those together and got those ready for when they get the tower done. So this is the tower here. It's a structural support tower so that we don't have to have a bunch of guide wires that support the leg. That will sit over here on this square pad, and you can see the holes there will go in, get bolted to the pad here, and then they have these actually bolted down. So this is actually where the legs will sit on the pad, and then they'll put the tower kind of over the top of them like this. This leg right here will be the wet leg, meaning it will receive wet corn coming out of the field, and it will put it in the wet tank, which will sit right here, and it will also supply wet corn to the dryer. Looking kind of from the other view back, this is still the wet leg right here. So the pits will sit right in the driveway right there, and then we'll have augers that will actually come up through the dirt, probably in here, and then they will get mounted to this trough here. So both pits will dump into this one leg, and then this leg here will be the dry leg. And basically its only job is going to be taking dry corn from the dryer and putting it in this bin, which hasn't been built yet, and then that bin there, and then if we can make it work, the bin that sits in between these two, kind of on the other side. This is the unload on the dryer. So there are augers in the bottom of this, right up in here, that will bring the dry corn the whole length of the dryer and then drop it out right here. So this is a little metering roll that tells the dryer how fast it's unloading, and then there will be a moisture sensor installed right here that will tell the dryer at what moisture it's coming out at. And then from here to the dry leg right here will be an auger that feeds it there. This is the very top of the leg, gets bolted on, and the belt or the conveyor system, it comes up here and then goes back down here and then dumps, and the grain comes out this square hole right there. This is the wet leg top, and this one is the dry leg top. The only difference is the wet leg top doesn't have a platform around it, because we'll be able to access everything from the tower, the top of the tower here. So this is the very top section of the tower, and the legs, you can kind of see where they'll come up through there and there. The dry leg is taller than the wet leg, so obviously we'll be able to access all the bearings, motor, everything from this platform. For the wet leg, the dry leg is going to stick up through the top of the tower further, and so we need a platform around this one to be able to service motor, bearings, all that kind of stuff. I think I forgot to say, but these are 6,000 bushel an hour legs. We needed that capacity for the wet leg to be able to unload trucks quickly, but the dryer doesn't do near that. It does about 3,000 bushels per hour at the max. So we didn't need that kind of capacity for the dry leg, but we decided to size them the same so that we can just have one set of spare parts on hand, and that will fit both legs. These are what you would call like transitions. So here it comes out from the leg in a square hole, and then they will be round 8-inch pipes that go to all the bins. So that's just a transition from square to round. This is kind of a custom built valve. That's going to go at the top of the wet leg, and that's going to be able to let us either put corn directly into the wet leg or directly into the dryer, and we'll be able to control that from the ground. So there's a motor on here that controls a slide gate inside here, so we'll be able to kind of tell the corn where to go. So these here are the belts that go inside the leg. It's just super thin rubber, and then there's holes inside of there, and it gets plastic buckets bolted to it about every foot or so, and that goes up inside the leg, and that's what actually carries the corn to the top. Last thing we have is the distributor. So this is going to sit at the top of the dry leg, and this dictates which direction the corn is going to go after it comes out of the dryer. So this will have a bar that runs from the top of the leg all the way to the bottom, and then this handle here will tell you, or you'll be able to move it, and then this plate you'll mark which bin it's going to go to. Inside here, what actually moves is this pipe. So on the top side, coming out of the top of the leg, it goes into that hole, and then that pipe will move to line up with whatever hole you tell it to. The reason that there's only one distributor is because on the dry leg is the only one going to multiple bins. The wet leg doesn't need a distributor because it's only going to go to the wet bin and the dryer. So that's where that valve I showed you with that electric motor and that slide gate comes into play. So that's why we only have to have one distributor. Just wanted to do a quick update and show you where we're at with things. I'm told that they're going to get the leg and the tower all set next week, and so we'll get some more footage of that and keep doing updates like this. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.